Hey guys, so for this video I wanted to focus on how to basically get started with photography. I know it's like one of those videos that are constantly being made and all that stuff, but hey, another video doesn't hurt, right? So basically I'm just gonna go over a few things that helped me get started and some of the advice that I learned from others that helped me kind of get the ball rolling and get my career started. Like, it sounds so simple, but honestly, if you overthink something so much and you think, oh, I don't have this equipment, this proper software, blah blah blah, who cares? Just do it. Just do it. You could start with whatever equipment you have available to you. If it's like an old Kodak disposable camera or your phone or a simple point and shoot, that's fine. That's fine. You know, nobody started out with a very expensive camera unless they did start off. I don't know their lives, but basically when you start off you just want to learn how to compose, how to do lighting and all that stuff. I know it's hard with some point and shoot cameras and some disposable cameras, but you definitely just want to start with whatever you have. Research everything that you can, different equipment, different types of camera, different whatever you're going for. If it's like studio, research different lighting equipment, stuff like that. Research different types of photography. That definitely helps a lot, as well as researching different photographers. I have learned a lot through researching photographers, looking at their photos, trying to figure out what kind of ways they edit their photos, how they compose their photos, anything like that. So research it's definitely very vital when starting photography. I don't think people realize that it's very important what kind of software you use for editing. I used to use Aperture I got it from the iTunes store. I think it's just an Apple product, and it was pretty solid for the most part. Very easy to use, very forward. But then I switched over to Lightroom, and that has definitely, I feel like it improved my way of thinking when it comes to editing, and it definitely improved my photos quality in itself. So I would definitely, I know it's hard to collect money when you first start off, so I would just start saving and definitely invest in some editing software. There are definitely many websites or stores that you can rent equipment from. One of the places that my friend advised me to go to was the ATS Rentals. It's an online store, and basically you can rent out from anything from like 1 day to a full week or anything like that. And I found it to be very satisfactory. It can get a little bit pricey, but hey, like $72 for like a weekend compared to almost $1,000 for a lens. I think it's definitely worth the money. But that doesn't mean you should just like keep renting it out, keep renting equipment out for your whole career. No, you definitely want to invest and save up for new camera bodies, lenses, equipment, and stuff like that. But in the meantime, if you don't have the right amount of money, then renting equipment definitely helps out a lot. We live in a world where it's so easy for us to publish our own work. We have social media, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, Instagram, Flickr, WordPress, different blog sites. So there's definitely no excuse for you to not be able to get your stuff out there. I use Twitter, Instagram, Flickr. I'm now starting to use WordPress on Instagram and on Twitter. Mostly Instagram because you could do more hashtags. Hashtags do definitely help. I know it sounds like, I feel like every time I put a hashtag, I feel like I'm just like kissing ass or something. But honestly, if that's gonna help people notice your work, then by all means do it. There's no stopping you from publishing your work. It's definitely helpful, and you look more professional when you have a website containing like your 20 or 30 best images. I talked to several photographers and they all mention how when someone is looking at your portfolio, they don't have time to look at hundreds and hundreds of photos. They want to see your best work at that time, and so that way they'll be able to make up their mind right then and there. I mean, you could do other pages that's like has more images, but your homepage, you want to contain your best images. And it's true, a lot of people, I find myself doing that as well. Like if I go to someone's website and they just have so many photos, I don't know, my attention just, it floats away. So definitely having a homepage with your best photos is very helpful, and not only that, but you look a lot more professional and people take you more seriously when considering you for a job. When I meet people, I tell them what I do and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, you could check out my stuff, and here's my business card. And I feel like they're like, oh, you have a business card, that's very professional of you. Like they don't expect me to have business cards, maybe because I'm young, even though I'm 21 years old. I think people should have business cards even when they're young. But they definitely get like, not blown away, but they get a little surprise out of them. Just like the website, it makes you look more professional and ready for whatever it is to come concerning your photography career. Meet new people, approach people, because you just never know. I met this girl in college who's now become a closer friend, and I learned that she was in a band called Dead Feathers. I went to a lot of her shows, and through that I met the other bands that they would play with. I met a couple photographers at their shows, and they've told me different ways to get my career started in music photography or anything like that. So definitely go out and network, go to many different events that you can, talk to people, get your word out there as much as you can.